Please stand. Y'all may be seated. On behalf of Casey and Joe, I want to thank you for being here this afternoon on this typical October day. They thank you for taking the time and making the journey, for all the effort it takes, not only to be part of this day, but to be part of each other's lives. Casey and Joe have invited you here to this beautiful place to show you a glimpse of an important piece of their love, to share with you trails, woodlands, marshes, and beaches like the ones they've often explored in their years together. Whenever we attend a wedding, we have the opportunity to reflect on our own relationships. We might look at the couple before us and be tempted to compare their love to the quality of our own relationships. The truth is that every relationship is unique. In fact, it's as unique as the individuals in it. But one thing holds true. For love to exist between two people, each person must allow the vulnerability of giving his or her love to the other. And each must be open to receiving that love in return. Therefore, each of us is a powerful creator of love. Each of us, every moment of every day, has the choice to dedicate ourselves to one another or to withhold our love and our caring. If you ask couples who have strong and abiding love what they like most about their partners, many will say that when they are with that person, they don't have to pretend to be anything other than what they are. They're able to express themselves without fear of being judged or being rejected. There's room in the relationship for both of them to be unique individuals. They are free to surrender to the vulnerability of true intimacy, to be known and loved unconditionally. At this time, Casey and Joe would like to take a moment to honor those loved ones who are no longer here with us. Thank you. Marriage is the celebration of coming together of two lives. And it's a celebration of two people in love. That's what we've been talking about. The love that a groom and a bride feel for one another is the seed that the parents planted in their hearts years and years ago, and today it is blossoming. Today, as they embrace each other in their love, they also celebrate the families, their families, which have come together at this happy occasion. As a sign of their love for their families, Casey and Joe would like to offer these roses to their mothers as symbols of their eternal love. These roses are a promise that no matter how far away you are not forgotten, and you are always present within their hearts. Now, Throughout time, countless millions of people from many cultures and religions and societies have gathered among friends and families to celebrate their love for one another and to make their commitment to one another. Each culture has special ceremonies and rituals to celebrate marriage, from the Chinese tea ceremony to the Jewish tradition of breaking a glass. A rich tapestry of traditions from around the world combine to symbolize the meaning of marriage. Today we should try to remember that marriage is a symbol, heartfelt and meaningful. A symbol, but a symbol nonetheless. This ceremony is not magic. It can't create a relationship that doesn't already exist and has not already been established in all the commitments that you, Joe, and you, Casey, have made to one another. Both large commitments and small in the days since they first met. What we're celebrating today is not the beginning of a marriage, but a marriage already in progress. This ceremony is a symbol of how far they have come together, a symbol of the promises that they will continue to make to each other throughout their lives together. The symbolic vows that you're about to make are a way of saying to one another, you know all those things we've promised and hoped and dreamed? Well, I meant it all. Every single word. I want you to right now look at one another. You could brush the perspiration from your eyebrow. Good. And I want you to look deeply into one another's eyes. Before this moment, you've been many things to one another. You've been co-workers, you've been friends, you've been fiancés. But now you shall say a few words that will take you across the threshold of life. And things will never quite be the same. For after these vows, you're going to say to the world, This is my husband. This is my wife. Nothing is easier than standing here and saying these words, and nothing is more difficult than living them each and every day. When you love someone, you don't love them all the time in the exact same way. We all know that's not possible. Yet that is what most of us expect. We forget that the ebb and flow of life and of love and relationships exists. We insist on permanence, on duration, on continuity. But in love, as in life, the only stability is change, in growth and in freedom. Therefore, what you promise today must be renewed and reaffirmed tomorrow and all the tomorrows of your life. Having considered all these things, Joe, do you promise to do your very best each day to create a loving, healthy, and happy marriage?
I do.
Casey, do you promise to do your very best each day to create a loving, healthy, and happy marriage?
I do.
Good. Now, again, Joe, I want you to look deeply into her eyes, and I want you to repeat after me. I, Joe, take you, Casey.
I, Joe, take you, Casey.
To be my wife.
To be my wife.
To have and to hold.
To have and to hold.
From this day forward.
From this day forward.
For better, for worse.
For better, for worse.
For richer, for poorer.
For richer, for poorer.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
To love and to cherish.
To love and cherish.
Till death us do part.
Till death do us part.
And Casey, would you look deeply into Joe's eyes and repeat after me? I, Casey, take you, Joe.
I, Casey, take you, Joe.
To to be my husband,
to be my husband,
to have and to hold
to have and to hold
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better, for
for
worse,
better, for worse,
for richer, for poorer,
for richer, for poorer,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
till death us do part.
till death do us part.
Very good. So you are already holding hands. I want you to take a look at your hands right now, the hands that you're holding. You know, to reach out to someone and to acknowledge and to be loved, to be acknowledged and loved, that's a basic human need. We all have it. Taking the hand of one who loves you is a powerful symbol of an unbroken bond. Now look at these hands joined together. Man, these are gifts that you're giving to one another. You see, these are the hands of your very best friend. And they're holding yours on this wedding day. These are the hands that are going to work alongside yours as you build your future together. And these are the hands, when they're all wrinkled and old, that are going to be reaching for yours. Now, this part of the ceremony, people, officiants, usually talk about wedding rings being a perfect circle, having no beginning and no end. But we all know that that's not true. All rings have a beginning. Rock is dug up from the earth. Metals are liquefied in a furnace at thousands of degrees. The hot metal is forged, cooled, and then painstakingly polished. Something beautiful is made from raw elements. I'll tell you, love is like that. It comes from humble beginnings, made perfect by imperfect beings like us. It is the process of making something beautiful where there was once nothing at all. May I have the rings, please? Thank you. Joe, would you take Casey's ring and put it on the fourth finger of her left hand and repeat after me? I take you for now and for always.
I take you for now and for always.
For always is always now.
For always is always now.
Casey, would you take Joe's ring and put it on the fourth finger of his left hand and repeat after me? I take you for now and for always.
I take you for now and for always.
For always is forever now.
For always is forever now.
Thank you. Now, today, this relationship is going to be symbolized through the pouring of two individual containers of sand. One representing you, Casey, and all that you were, all that you are, and all that you will ever be. And the other one representing you, Joe, and all that you were, and all that you are, and all that you will ever be. As these two containers of sand are poured into a third container, the individual containers of sand no longer exist, but will be joined together as one. Just as these grains of sand can never be separated and poured again into individual containers, so will your marriage be. no one but you can declare you married. What you've begun here today, when you spoke your vows to your family and friends, you're going to be doing each and every day of your life. You're going to be making this same commitment. Commitment to stand by one another through both the highs and through the lows. My hope for you is this. May you have many long years to delight in one another's company and to love and be loved by friends and family who have come here today to support you. May you have a home together that is at once sheltering and welcoming. May you each do meaningful, productive work at home and in the world, learning from your failures and growing in your accomplishments. May life's challenges be met together with courage and optimism. May your days be filled with laughter, imagination, trust, friendship, and, of course, love. As the old Irish blessing goes, may the road rise to meet you. May the wind always be at your back. May the sun shine warm on your face. Not quite this warm, but warm. The rains fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. It is now my honor and delight to declare you husband and wife. You may seal your vows with a kiss. And it is with great pleasure that I take this opportunity to introduce for the very first time in human history, Mr. and Mrs. Joe and Casey Coffey. Everybody stand. Everybody stand.